Hey, what's up YouTube fam? Brandon Weaver here once again. Can you get automatically approved? Automatic approvals, is this a thing? Can you be automatically approved for something? Okay, so when you apply, let's say for a credit card, and you get an approval and they say, hey, you've been approved, right? That's an automatic approval. Now if it says pending, maybe it's gonna take a little time to come back. Maybe it's going through a manual review with an underwriter, a person looking at the risk, right? The credit score, maybe they're looking at a few other things, right? Same thing, maybe you're going to a bank, a creditor, a mortgage company, mortgage lender, a bank, credit union, these kinds of things, and you're applying. And they say, yep, you're good. You're good, hit the criteria, right? You go ahead, you can shop for your car at X amount of your loan amount, whatever it is that you're looking for, or your home, yep, you're approved, you're good to go. Yes, so these automatic approvals. So it's possible to get automatically approved for something, right? Now, if it's going through underwriters, that may not be an automatic approval. It might take some time, it's pending, they gotta look at things, they gotta review. So what you're trying to do, what you wanna do is you wanna be able to just nice and slide through, smooth on through. Your credit's good, everything, you can get approved for whatever you need, your business credit, your home, your car, your business bank account, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that you're looking for, insurances, and there's all sorts of reasons that you would like good credit, apartment, job, whatever it is, right? And there's all sorts of reasons you might want good credit, okay? And so each bank and lender and whatever it is that you're applying for might have different terms and reasons for pre-approvals, right? Someone's looking at a 600, 650, 700, 750, 800, right? So you want to maximize your score. So if you got negative, nasty, erroneous items, you want to get that stuff off of there, right? You want to get these negative, nasty collections and charge-offs and foreclosure, whatever it is, hard inquiries. You can do this. 609creditrepair.com. You can get that Beyond Command package, all right? You can dispute these negative, nasty, erroneous items, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com, all right? So you're trying to maximize your score. You're trying to move up. Here's some tips and tricks that we've talked about here. There's tips and tricks. Get tight, Jerome. Get in here, Jerome. It's been a while since we did this tight. All right? Keep the camera tight, Jerome. All right? So tips, tricks, the highest FICO achievers, which we've talked about. Now, 35% is your payment history. So the highest FICO achievers pretty much have no negative items, no missed payments, none of that stuff, right? So primarily, typically, to sum it up, and I have videos here and go on the live stream and whatnot on how to get an 800 credit score, so you can take a look at that. But to sum it up, pretty much you want to get these negative, nasty, erroneous items out of that. 35% is on payment history, so your payment history, so you want everything to be on time. You don't want any negative items, right? 30% is your amount of debt, okay? So this amount of debt, really it's about credit utilization and keeping your credit under a certain amount. Under 30%, sure, it's good. Under 10%, great. But the highest FICO achievers have it under 7%. That's right, under 7%. So typically, paying it off every month. And typically using 3 revolving accounts, so 3 credit cards. I notice when I use 2, I splitting it up. I get some gas here, get some food here, get some groceries here, right? When I was using 2, credit score came down a little bit. But when I use all 3, revolving accounts, it really helps. And so, just put my subscriptions on, and if you have subscriptions to things monthly, you can put it all on one, and you can actually see where it is and where it's going and all that good stuff, and you can pay it off, and now you got all 3, right? You got all 3 going. Now, 15% of length of credit history, of course, the highest FICO achievers have, a lot of, history, they've years of history. It's okay if you don't have a ton of history. I actually was up in the 800 credit scores and didn't have a lot of history, but I had a good amount. The highest FICO achievers, typically the average age of all their accounts, so the average age of their accounts is 9 years or more. Now, again, up in the 800s without having 9 years or more, it is possible. And age of oldest account, one of your accounts, the oldest of that account, highest FICO achievers over 25 years or more. But again, you don't have to have all of that. You can have less than that and still be in the 800s, especially since it's only 15% length of credit history. Now, 10% is the amount of your new credit. So the highest FICO achievers tend to have not opened credit in this past year. So about 70% of highest FICO achievers didn't apply for credit in the past year. And the age of the most recently opened account, so your newest account, typically the highest FICO achievers, 2.5 years since the most recently opened account. So really, it's kind of an interesting situation. Now it's only 10%, so it's kind of an interesting situation because you need to apply and build credit, right? And build up your credit to get up into these 800, the highest FICOs, the 800s, right? But somewhere in line, as you're building all this stuff, you're heading up, right? So if you're at 760, you might be able to get these automatic approvals, getting approved for everything, 760, 780, 720. It just depends on the lender. It could be 650, it could be 700, right? It just depends on the lender. So you can get approved at all sorts of different levels. Believe me, we can help you get to the other side. We've talked about all sorts of primary trade lines you can get when you're starting out, when you're rebuilding the 500s, like the My Jewelers Club card and the New Coast Direct and all these great things that we've talked about here. And building up when you get into the 650s and the 700s and the 720s, 800s, you could be next. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right, please give the video a thumbs up. And finally, 10% is your credit mix. So the highest FICO achievers, the people in the 800s, their credit mix, they tend to have 12 revolving accounts. Again, you don't have to get this all at once, but you're slowly building over time. And 7 of these revolving credit cards typically are big bank credit cards, and 5 can be, they don't have to be, they can be store cards, but all 12 could be good big bank cards if that works for you, okay? Now, they also tend to have, highest FICO achievers tend to have installment loans as part of their mix, so they might have up to 5 installment loans, so, you know, could be a couple of cars, a house, a self-lender, something like that, getting up there, having different 4 or 5 of these. You don't have to, okay, but it can help. Your credit mix can definitely help. Again, that's only 10%. So really, we've gone how to get up into the highest FICO achievers in the 800s, okay? You keep pushing up there, you're getting up there, you're getting on the 650s, the 700s, 720s, the 780s, the 800s. You could be next. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for theawesomelifegroup.com. All right, please give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, try button, and until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.